everyone, welcome to this month's Quilters Vibe. I'm on time this month, woohoo! So you just saw our little inspiration piece and it was also in the front. I printed it out as a photo this time because I wanted to have it nice and handy right beside me as I created my project. So I'm going to do a card today. I thought that just the entire quilt block that we have for inspiration would make a fabulous card. And I'm going to use an older 6x6 paper pad from Echo Park and some epoxy flare and lots of stamping. So I have a collection of ink colors from Altenew off to the side there, and these ink colors coordinate with the colors in that 6x6 paper pad. And I have these teeny tiny little snowflake stamps. These are from a Pink and Main stamp set. And I'm just going to go ahead and I'm going to stamp. I'm going to stamp my own pattern all the way around the outside edge of this particular card front. I'm going to alternate the colors to coordinate them with the colors in my 6x6 paper pad. And I'm going to start with the large stamp. This is a little tedious. I have my huge ginormous Misty and I'm just stamping. So it goes stamp, wipe off the snowflake, take the next color, stamp, wipe off the snowflake, take the next color. You get the drift, right? Okay. So once I have all of the large snowflakes done, I decided I'm going to go in now with the small snowflake stamp. I'm going to leave the card front on my Misty just because I like it there and I like the magnet, but for this tiny stamp, the idea of opening and shutting the ginormous door seemed a little unnecessary. So I got a small stamp block. I'm going to leave the card front in my Misty, but I'm going to use the stamp block to free range stamp all of these tiny little snowflakes, and I'm going to fill them in between all the little areas around the big snowflakes. I'm going to put some off to the side, the edge of the card front, so it gives it a more continuous kind of nice pattern look, less like you stamped it, more like it's a piece of paper. I'm using some of the brand new ink collection from Altenew. It's Dark Night and Nimbus ink, and they're beautiful colors, and I love them. So I'm super excited to get to use them. This was the first time I had used them, and that Dark Night one is just this perfect navy blue. Next up, I want to go ahead and paper piece this coffee mug together. So initially when I do this, I make it too big, and then I'm going to have to make it a little bit smaller. So you need a square piece of paper that's about 3 by 3, and then you want to just cut off the edges of your square. Pretty easy to make the cut base. And what I'm doing is, you can see there, I have our quilt block inspiration for this month right off to the side. So just an FYI, if you like this particular video series, Christy and Daisy and I are going to take a small break just until April. We'll be back in April, and hopefully we will be able to come up with a good schedule after that. If you've been watching this series for a long time, you know, especially me, I've kind of been getting my videos up a little late, just overwhelmed, a lot of stuff going on, and so we decided that we're going to go ahead and just take a little break and come back. So the series is not gone. We'll be back in definitely in April for Quilters Vibe, and if I find anything inspiring quilt-wise until then, I'll probably show it to you guys and pull it into another type of layout as well. So there is my little cup. I started with a 1-inch strip of paper, but it was too wide. So you saw me kind of like hack it down a little bit. All of my paper pieced images for my coffee cup, I am using some Distress Oxide Vintage Photo ink on it. And now I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to get these pieces. I'm looking for my tape runner. You saw my little fingers go across. I'm like, where did I put it? Oh my gosh, I lose my tape runner more than you can even imagine. So for the little handle on my coffee cup, I'm going to pull out some circle dies. These are Altenew dies. They go with the halftone circle stamp set. They're the coordinating dies, but they're just a really nice set of circle dies if you're in the market for one. And they're not very expensive either. I'm going to go ahead and pop that here. I will leave my referral link for Altenews website down below in case you want to grab any of these products, some of that new ink or some of the these circle dies, which are really cool. So you can see there how I did that. I put the small circle into a bigger circle. I'm going to put it through my die, my six, and then I'm going to end up with like a donut. And what I did was I kind of offset it because I couldn't decide if I wanted a thinner what would look better, a thinner mug or a thicker mug. So I kind of made the little inside circle kind of cocked over to one side because that way I had I could pick between a thicker and a thinner since I was only going to use half of it for the mug handle. And I do decide I like the thinner better. The thinner kind of fits better onto my card. So this is going to be a really simple card. I'm going to go ahead and just pop the whole circle in the background so I can get the placement and the part of the circle, that little donut, exactly where I want it. Now I'm going to take that red paper that I used for the mug, and I want to put a little bit of decoration on top of my coffee mug, and I'm going to do that with one of these epoxy flares. I'm going to punch a circle just with my very simple circle punch, and then I'm going to go ahead and back that up, like put the epoxy flare on top of my circle punch. And that's pretty much going to complete this layout. If you check out the videos at the end, you'll see that I made a coordinating envelope to go with my card, and I used the cutest stamp set from Kathy Zilski on this envelope. I had just gotten this stamp set and I was dying to use it. It's so cute. I can see lots of decorated envelopes in my feature. So I'm just going to straighten this up. I want to make sure that this is as straight as I can make it. And I love how cute and cozy this looks. If I could change anything, I might have pulled the cup down a little bit further so I could have had like steam coming out of it. But that's okay next time because this particular quilt block was super easy to translate to paper. And I think it could be like it's really, really nice. I actually printed that picture after I got the picture printed. I thought, well, that was a really good idea because I can save the picture as a template for projects later on because it was so cute. Okay, I'm just going to adhere my card front to my card base. I'm going to ink everything with Vintage Photo Distress ink, and that's going to finish up this card video for today. Thank you so much for joining me today. I hope you've enjoyed this card, and I hope you'll stop back again. I did tell you I have videos. We're going to have like a whole week's worth of videos. So see you all again soon. Bye.